Hello, good evening. Yes, yes, yes. Why does it restart again? What? No, 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 no. Let me. Yeah, thank you. 茶叶蛋, I think. Is it? Is it 茶叶蛋? Prepare what? Oh, load. I need to choose load. Yeah, my water is in the fridge. Later I'll take. 10 minutes later, the man in question finally shows up. As soon as we locked eyes, the guy makes a beeline towards me and nearly bowls me over as he pleads. Please let me have Lucy. Hey, ATX. What kind of screw up situation is this? It's like asking for my daughter's hand in marriage. I shoot back. No, I'll not let you marry her. Hey, what are you on about? You hired something? That's my line. What do you think you're doing? Nothing. No. Okay, so maybe I got a little carried away. Kid, how about I pawn that android off you? No, why am I not surprised? You want me to sell her? Yeah, I can give you this much. He takes out his calculator and shows me the figures. My mind goes numb for 5 seconds. Are you serious? Of course! What do you think? Not a bad deal for a student, right? This is a ton though, even further out. With the state this place in, I don't think he has that kind of capital. He's obviously desperate. I stare at Lucy in silence. Ah, kawaii. ちょっと待って。ちょっと待て。Help. Hide text window space. Okay. I think I'm gonna play full screen now. Oh yes. Oh yeah, you guys cannot see the full screen, but it's okay. I can see the full screen. Awesome. Yes, this is another visual novel, but I don't think it is a full screen. Actually not nice because it's stretched. So let me off the full screen. Let me on back normal. Wait. Give me a moment. Options. Oh, okay. Okay, fine. Space F12. Screenshot took. Where are? Ah, yes. Okay. The android is frozen like a statue. DDLC one's not bad. Yeah. Mushi got Lucy, so cute. How can be horror? Exactly. Yeah, maybe love story. Most likely love story. That face of hers almost looks sad. Like a slave about to be sold off at auction. Well, maybe that's a bit extreme. He's not about to eat you alive or anything. I turn back to face the repairman. You pay this much? Do you really think Lucy is worth that kind of money? Of course! He yells in excitement. Geez, definitely much. Listen carefully. Any decently priced robot models comes with an AI or a module that allows them to mimic human emotions. You know this much, right? Sure? Well, creating such a module is an incredibly complex process. Even then, do you know how well they perform? Compared to a real person, they're still a long ways off. Right, even cutting edge, their mimicking emotion is rudimentally at best. We're still not at that stage where it's considered genuine. I think I'm beginning to see the picture here. Looking back at Lucy, I start to put together what she's trying to tell me. You're a sharp one. Teaching kids pretty well now these days. So you savvy what I'm saying? Lucy is actually a person disguised as a robot. Lucy is actually a princess under spell. Lucy is exceptionally well. Of course I know what you're talking about. Come on. So you're telling me that Lucy is an exceptionally intelligent robot capable of processing natural human emotions. Honestly, I was quite surprised about that as well. I've never seen such a robot that can emulate a real person so well. Even the new models nowadays reveal their flaws after a minute-long conversation, but I couldn't sense anything particular out of place while chatting with Lucy. It felt just like talking to a real person. Yep, to put it simply, this is a person made out of metal. A human robot. Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden, nah, watch too much comic. A revolution in the robotics industry. The guy who created Lucy must be a true genius. That aside, good thing he caught himself before calling Lucy a certain power armor wearing superhero. Nobody liked patent infringement lawsuits. Anyway, if she was such a spectacular robot, would she really be thrown away like that? Oh yeah, that's the mystery, right? Why is she thrown away? I did run into something weird. There's some sort of a built-in protection feature that was stopping the robot from working properly. A protection feature? Rings a bell, something the junk version Lucy may have mentioned yesterday. Whatever it was, she seems to be doing fine now. And you removed it? Yeah, it wasn't too difficult since it was just one of those you put on display models. I'm just curious as to why they would bother doing such a thing before throwing it away. He appears to be lost in thought. It might mean that the inventor wanted to keep this new technology sealed away from humanity. If not, then maybe what if there was a serious bug? That's what I thought too. So I ran some tests, but found nothing. It's safe to say that she won't be harming anyone. Cause she broke all 3 rules. Maybe. Why would she ever want to harm people? I'm just saying that she properly obeys the 3 laws of robotics. At least she won't be a threat. Okay. 3 laws of robotics. These laws enable humans to keep control of robots. They make sure that humans will always have authority over robots. That's how we can avert any catastrophe. I've heard that if a robot ever disobeys one of the laws, it will immediately shut itself down under any circumstances. That's why there aren't any glaring flaws to this system. So that's it. I shift my focus back to the numbers displayed on the calculator. Dancing and Lucy. Aww. I'm reminded of a forlorn puppy, and it's really bothering me. No, I will not sell Lucy. With sudden determination, she approaches me. Nani? Doshite? I don't think I can sell her, Kati. Oh, I immediately become a fanboy already. Who's the voice over for Lucy? Voice over for Lucy like visual novel. They never say, damn. No lah, not possible, underage kid. Yes, and... えーっと... So what? Don't cry. I never get tired of seeing Lucy so depressed. What? Well, this MC is sick. I never get tired of seeing Lucy look so depressed. It seems to satisfy the hidden sadist within me. Oh my god. She's really trying to put on a show for me. Essentially, she's a self-advertising product. You don't see that every day, but willing to go this far for me, it would be too cruel to let her go at this point. I'm not gonna make the deal, so don't worry. 安心してください。大丈夫。As I finished my sentence, the look on their faces were different as night and day. Super happy, super sad. Yeah, I don't think it is. Underage. The repairman sulks, while Lucy breathes a sign of relief. Which language? The Korean voice is also a great one. Oh. Anyway, she's good to go now, right? Here you go. I resignedly forked over the money, all my hard-earned cash. Bitterly, the repairman accepts the payment after a moment's hesitation. She's better, but be careful not to put any strain on her legs for a while. Keep it light and cut down on the excursions. Sure. So you gotta play piggyback again? Wonderful. She's not too heavy, so I can manage. Thanks for all your help. This guy really got it bad. Practically bleeding out over the Android. Maybe I'll throw him a bone. Look, we'll do regular checkups. Sounds good? Okay, but make sure to treat her well. And don't overwork her too much, alright? See you later too, Lucy. You can come visit anytime. How does an android get overworked? She looks fully grown for an android. She looks 16 to me. Hey, hello, android got no age, please. The look on his face while waving goodbye to Lucy was truly a spectacle. This time he seemed to be the father seeing his daughter live with another man. Guy's completely out of it. I definitely made the right choice. Where's the background music? There you go, background music. Exiting, we head out to the sidewalk. I stop in my tracks. In silence, I kneel down, facing away from Lucy. Hop on. I add an explanation to make sure that she understands. That means you likely put your arms around my neck and climb onto my back. Nani? What is it? Yeah, there's the Running Man. Hold on. My wife is watching Running Man outside in the living room. You can hear us, seriously? Hi. バカだと思います。I guess I no longer have to worry about being choked to death. I feel her weight gradually shift onto my back. For a robot, she's very light. She was probably measured to weigh as a normal girl. That's Running Man, Mushi. Huh? No, it's nothing. As soon As she climbs onto my back, I can't help but notice a fragrant aroma rising from her body. It's neither too intense nor fleeting, it gently spreads evenly along my nose. It starts with a sweet fruity scent reminiscent of a youthful girl. Yet there's a hint of spice akin to a mature woman. It doesn't fail to stimulate the mind of a teenage boy going through puberty. This is bad. I've never experienced something like this. It didn't happen this morning, but why now? It's probably because of the smell. It wasn't there earlier. Feeling a little faint, I desperately try to get a grasp of the situation. Hey, ayo. She's measuring my heart rate. That's not fair. I feel a little embarrassed for revealing that I'm a nervous wreck right now. Curtis is overheating. I wonder if I ever become the MC. Unable to hold back, I decide to be honest to myself. This smell, what is it? Kononoye desu ka? Her face, I cannot. Cannot as in too cute or too weird. I think this is a bit weird. This face is a bit weird. Let's take a picture. Please read English yourself. I will not be narrating the Lucy part. She takes out a bottle of perfume amongst many other makeup accessories. For where? She keep where? Jeez, that guy is scary, really scary. He's the type of person who would spend a whole day forcing his pet dog into some different clothing. If you consider that as an animal abuse, wouldn't this be some kind of robot harassment? Well, I don't know. If one voiceover, I think may sound better. Whatever. All this stuff just for a robot, what a silly guy. I think my computer will be maxed out of space soon. Why are you laughing? Can I replay that? Can I replay that giggle? Had I just been seduced by a robot? Well, there goes all my dignity as a human being. Had I just been seduced by a visual novel? Well, there goes all my dignity as a Twitch streamer. You want that to be an alarm sound? Oh, interesting idea. Yeah, I should record. Siao. Later my wife kill me. What are you going on about now? I purposely tried to sound irritated. It doesn't affect her in any way, however. Dun dun dun. Okay, normally, if you want to flirt with somebody, you will give the opposite sentence, right? Of course, you're heavy. In order to continue the conversation, you will need to say something that can continue the conversation. If you say you're lighter than I expected, then the conversation ends already. Of course, you're heavy. Then you start bickering. You know, when you start bickering, there's a conversation. You need to keep the conversation going. Okay lah. Since you guys want lighter, right? Then lighter lah. Make her happy. Well, you're lighter than I expected. 助けてください。超かわいいです。いや、はい。そうです。
お世辞じゃないですよね。女性を上げて落とすのは良くないですよ。
Yes, I will drop you off a cliff. Definitely. 把你推上天堂，再把你推入地狱。啊。Why in real life got no person like that? Because this is Android. Is that supposed to be funny? Have you been deceived all your life? Maybe I was being too rough on her. I didn't think she'd start being so skeptical. Before I ruin her completely, I decided to treat her a little kinder from now on. Oh, luckily I didn't say she's heavy. If not, maybe she'll break down and cry. Or she'll just strangle me to death. Possible. Okay. Ayah, I didn't save. Okay, let me Google. Lucy visual novel notification. Nope, don't have. You dirty her if you get what I mean. How you ruin her. Huh? I hear a small giggle coming from my back. Would a robot really feel that flattered to be called light? I don't know. Humans can't be expected to understand a robot's heart. Soon enough, the streets became immersed in the orange glow of the evening sun. Wow, the sentence structure very nice. The scenery was changing more slowly than usual today. Maybe it's because I've been carrying Lucy on my back. But it's not that a lot of time had passed. Winter was just on its way, as evidenced by these increasing shorter days. Lucy hasn't said anything for a while. I steal a glance at her, wondering if she's asleep, but she's not. She appears to be lost in thought, staring at everything in sight. Like Xiao Mei. When I carry him, he also 东张西望. He looks like a child inside, a pleasant dream. I can see her eyes sparkling. Is it really that fascinating?
何がですか?
This place.
はい。
Because Xiao Mei doesn't need to watch where he's going. Yeah, but he's very interested in his surrounding. 本当に素晴らしいと思います. I can't say if I agree with that. Unlike downtown, there aren't many distractions here to keep us busy, nor are we near any beautiful landscapes. We're just walking down a plain old street that you can find anywhere. What part of this place do you find it marvelous?
すべてです。
すべて、本当。すべて？すべて？
はい。すべてが素晴らしいです。昔は外出する時も許可が必要でしたから。外に出てこんな風に散歩する機会は数えるほどしかありませんでした。そうですね。強いて言えばこうして動いている間にも周りの景色が変わっていくのが素晴らしいと思います。ルーシーの知らない風景がまた別の何かに変わっていく姿がこうしてゆっくり景色を眺められるということがそういうのがとても不思議に思います。本当に素晴らしいと思います。
そうか。I couldn't relate to the sensation she just described, but I feel very pitiful for her. I pity her. I pity her a lot. It's like so 可怜. Xiaomei now how old? 8 months.
マスター、
どうしよう。何？どうしよう。What is it?
本当に申し訳ありません。
へー。なんたいうの？ What's with you all of a sudden? I'm caught off guard by an unexpected apology. Has she really done anything wrong?
ルーシーが今日迷惑ばかりかけましたよね。申し訳ございません。
大丈夫
もとも
っす。
とは落ち着いた性格で、制作段階では他人を理解できる包容力をメインコンセプトにして設計されたのですが、
I found it strange how Lucy was telling me what kind of person she was supposed to be. If anyone other than Lucy had told me the same thing, I'd probably have laughed at them. Anyone by himself would never be able to find out what kind of person he truly is. Sitting in front of a mirror reveals all the flaws of your body. Sitting in front of a person reveals all the flaws in your personality. If you ever want to say something about yourself, it needs to be reflected back to you by something else. That is why attempting to describe your own personality is the same as describing what kind of person you actually want to be. It's just a bunch of pretentious nonsense. But this is only the case for humans. Lucy is an android. She's not human. That's why it doesn't sound strange coming from her.
初めてマスターになる人に巡り会えて嬉しかったんです。久しぶりの起動だったからか騒ぎ立ててしまったこともありますが、
It was such a natural explanation about how she felt. She was happy to meet her first master, and she was happy to be finally move around again. You've never served anyone else before?
はい、マスターが初めてのマスターです。
Maybe Lucy was once a human. Dang, dang, dang. Think too much. I don't think so. Is that so? 本当ですか? So she's a new model that no one has ever touched. The line of thinking sounds dirty, but that's not what I mean. Yep, this sentence is specifically for Curti. But that's not what I mean.
研究所にいた頃は楽しかったです。そこにいたみんながよくしてくれました。いろいろな話をして、いろいろなことを教わりました。
A lab, did she say? Oh, I'm sure they treated her well.
何か面白い答えを出したり、指示された行動をすると、たくさんの人が喜んでくれたんです。特に真面目に貢献した時には、ルーシーは本当に賢いと頭を撫でながら褒めてくださいました。ルーシーはそれがとても嬉しかった。嬉しくて、もっとたくさんのことを学び、もっとたくさん話をしました。そうすればするほど、もっと可愛がってくれたんです。
じゃあ、どうして捨ていますか? Why did they throw you away? They were probably just testing her abilities. In my mind, I found the whole scenario unsettling. Exactly. Hi Raya. I don't know, that's still quite long. I'm not very sure. Why? To Lucy, however, is a treasured memory of her past. But there's an important question yet to be answered. Why were you thrown away? Then why were you abandoned? I've always been meaning to ask her, but I can't easily bring myself to do so. I ask myself why. Maybe it's because I'm starting to care about this robot's feeling. I shake my head. That's just plain nuts. It's only because she sounds just like a real person is a dangerous thought. This coming Monday is Visa Day, what? Hello? Hello? karaoke this coming Monday is Sunday, not Hari Raya is next month. Nani? It's a dangerous thought. Let's get it out of my head. I blurt out the question. Then why were you abandoned? What? How can you ask that? Lucy goes silent. Nothing is said for a while. The quietness stretches into awkward silence. I start to regret asking the question. Of course you shouldn't ask that question. Hey. With those words, Lucy finally breaks the silence. Lucy goes silent once more. Then one day she found herself left in the dust, is what she probably wanted to say. Maybe they didn't like something about her, or they found a significant flaw within her design. But I don't like the fact that they just toss her aside after giving her so much love and attention. Aren't they being too inconsiderate? A small rage boils inside of me directed at those cruel researchers with no sense of responsibility. When I regained my senses after a few seconds, I became surprised at how angry I was. What was I thinking? They were just throwing away a failed experiment. The object on my back is nothing more than an impressive fake. She's not real. She's not a living creature. It's only natural that useless machinery is thrown away. There's no need for me to be so angry.
Master, また脈拍が上がっています。どうかしましたか?
Vesak day I should be streaming. If next day is a working day, most likely I'll be streaming, yes. And I told you guys I bought a tripod, right? So I'll be streaming during daytime, probably trying to do my outdoor streaming, trying to learn how to do outdoor streaming. So this weekend may be the weekend that I'll be trying to train to do outdoor streaming, or what you call that, real life streaming, other than game streaming. I will give it a try, because that time when I tried streaming the airport Jewel at airport, I feel very boring. I mean, I feel that the stream is very boring. No stabilizer though. Most likely just placing on a table or something. Let's have the talk another time. Let's continue. It's nothing. And stop measuring that all the time. Then it's an order. I order you not to measure anything from now on. There's another silence, but this time not an unpleasant one. I just can't seem to figure out this robot's train of thought. Nani? 捨てられてどのくらいの時が流れたのかわかりません。でもルーシーにとっては永遠にも等しい時間でした。周りは暗闇で
人の気配など全くなくて、とても暗くて、とても静かで、でもそんな中マスターの声が聞こえました。
I don't remember talking to you like that.
それでもルーシーにとってはまるで天使のささやきのようでした。
天使？本当に天使？
何もない暗闇の中に初めて一筋の光が差したのです。
わ、very 夸張。
ルーシーに何度も何度も声をかけてくれました。
You're overreacting. Yeah, you're overreacting. She's definitely going overboard with this. I just happened to notice her while casually passing by. Eh, what?
マスターに気づいてもらえるよう必死でした。残りの力を振り絞って。
Oh, really? Oh, did she move? She's being seductive.
そしたら今まで動かなかった腕が動いたのです。
There were only a few words which didn't contain any significant meaning, and it was only on a moment's whim that I'd taken her home. But I'm surprised those simple actions were such a big help to the robot.
ルーシーに手を差し伸べてくれたこと、本当に感謝しています。
Being able to say the most embarrassed things without hesitation. I guess that's one of the advantages of being a robot exactly. I can feel my face beginning to flush. I quickly ducked in order to hide my embarrassment, and this time luckily she didn't measure my heartbeat. Yeah, she thought a bit much though. Exactly. Shut up. I'm gonna make you pay for what you're worth, so you better be ready for it.
はい、マスター。覚悟しておきます。
If it's in Chinese, the MC will probably think 这个傻丫头 right. If you watch Taiwan drama, it's like 这个傻丫头 It sounds like she's gonna rape. You think too much. There's no place for you to rape. She's a robot. What's so funny? Why do you keep laughing like that? It's creeping me
わ
out.
かりません。さっきから笑いが自然とこみ上げてくるんです。故障みたいです。どうしましょう。
Lucy quietly rests her cheeks against my shoulder. The sensation of her soft skin causes me to flinch. She feels very much different compared to this morning. It feels as if I'm carrying a real person on my back instead of a robot. I start to wonder what could be causing this difference in perception. Was it just a placebo effect? Or had something really changed since the morning? I know, the guy cannot fix Lucy. He just dumped one real girl at me. If something really did change, was it me? Or the robot? I continue to ponder over the question on the way home. I've never managed to come up with an answer. But walking home so long one. I think by the time I already reached Jurong. From the place to home 40 minutes. I streamed 40 minutes already. That's a long way home. October 13. Me. Okay. I didn't even notice the date. I unlocked the front door and entered the house. Unlike usual, I could sense someone's presence inside. I hear a couple of voices. I hear a couple of voices coming from the television inside the living room. My father appears to have returned home early. It makes me feel uneasy. I effortlessly remove my shoes using only my feet. Come to think of it, I was always home alone. It's been this way ever since I grew old enough to take care of myself. Before that, we used to have a housekeeper watching over the place. However, that was only until I began middle school. From then on, I was always by myself. I would eat breakfast alone, I would eat dinner alone, the cycle would repeat endlessly. I don't even remember the last time all of us ate dinner together as a family. There's no such thing as a home-cooked meal in this household. I've eaten so many different kinds of instant food in my life that I come to memorize every product of every brand. My father put his work before family. That is something that I will not do now. Man first. And my new mother follows my father everywhere to support him while practically ignoring me. That's my family. At this point, it feels out of place to see someone actually at home. My father is on a couch watching television. What the? You're back. He doesn't even turn around to face me. It implies that he's not in good mood. Yes, father. You're very late. I checked the time. It wasn't actually that late. There are times where I'll be much later. I wonder if this man even knows how old am I. Where have you been wandering around for so long? Don't you know that you'll be in college soon? I don't bother replying. Says the guy who never paid any attention to me. I think to myself, I don't get along too well with my father. Our relationship compares badly with other families, but that is to be expected. We've never spent much quality time together. Going to the zoo or playing soccer together, I don't have any of those fond memories that other kids my age probably have. My earliest memories are of my father's stern face. So it'll be a bit more bizarre if we actually get along. As I stand in silence, the old man launches his next attack. Are you not listening to me? He still doesn't bother looking at me. I've gotten used to minding my own business. We keep to our own devices. To solve any conflicts within a family, you will normally need to sit down together to talk about it. But my father doesn't think there's any need for that. He thinks everything is fine the way it is. It's really painful to talk face to face with that man though. I just stopped by somewhere on the way home. Yeah, I'll just deal with our usual exchange. As long as I don't make him angry, that's good enough for me. I just need to maintain the peace between us. It's always been this way. As usual, I try my best not to rock the boat. I don't know what you kids are up to these days. But remember that students like you should be studying. I'm saying this for your sake. So stop hanging around those brats who only care about having fun. You can't afford to lose sight of your main goal. Stay focused. I'll be going to my room now. With that said, I try to make my escape. Our conversation would usually end about here. But Lucy, who's been silent all this time, decides to whisper something into my ear. I hesitate whether I should tell her or not. In the end, I quietly whisper back, yeah. Lucy taps my shoulders. I have no choice but to grant her wish. But Lucy's voice had caught him by surprise. Because my father finally turned to face me. Wait. Maybe Lucy's voice had caught him by surprise. He's wearing a bewildered look. Nani? That Japanese Nani look. Who's your guest? With a wide smile, Lucy grabs onto the edges of her skirt. Then she performs a flawless curtsy that would make a princess envious.
して作られたアンドロイドルーシー・バレンタインと申します。今日からこちらのお世話になることになりましたので、何卒よろしくお願いいたします。
Wow. What is just a robot? His attitude changes completely. The sharpness in his voice penetrates every part of my body. But Lucy doesn't seem to notice, or rather she's pretending not to. She continues with a smile.
掃除、洗濯、料理、何でもお任せください。ルーシーは一般家庭における多くの家事をプロ並みにこなすことができます。
I'm sorry, but there's nothing we need from a robot in this family. I suggest that you go look for somewhere else to stay.
申し訳ございませんが、お父様、ルーシーにできることは数えきれないくらいありますよ。
When people say we don't need her, she like more Haolian. Uh-oh, this is not looking good. Look at this face. Look at this face. This is not a happy face. Meanwhile, Lucy's continuing to rumble on, completely oblivious to what is about to happen.
先ほど申し上げた以外にも、お父様が心配なさっている息子さんのための教育も可能です。もちろん、素晴らしい教師の教育法を厳選して参考にしています。
She's talking as if she's about to become my personal tutor.
それ以外にも優秀な機能はたくさんあります。お裁縫や不自由のない暮らしのための家政婦の仕事など。
Just where do you get this piece of junk? Get it out of my sight! His angry outburst is as sudden as it is intense. It catches Lucy off guard. She stumbled backwards in alarm. No surprises here. I saw of this coming from a while away. It's a present from a friend. I lie instinctively. If I honestly tell him that I found her in the trash, he's definitely forced me to take her back there. I'll just say that I got her from Dr. Gears. My fathers know his manners. There's no way he'll make me throw away a present. Huh, really? You haven't stopped being a troublemaker since your letter. What have I always told you? Robots are ruining society. Did you forgot about all of that? That is why the MC hate robots, because the stupid father hate robots. And he drew it into him. That is why. My father has always been like this. Robots are becoming increasingly more common. They are gradually making their way into our daily lives, but my parents consider them as intruders infiltrating human society. They are unable to catch up with the shift in technology whilst they refuse to let go of their traditional ways. They simply refuse to coexist with robots. Thanks to that, I grew up hearing nothing but bad things about robots. But what's wrong with keeping one around the house? What's wrong, you ask? I've read that most family own androids nowadays. Why can't we just keep one around for convenience? I've clearly just added fuel to the fire. Convenience? Think about the type of people that care about convenience. Convenience makes us lazy. And when lazy, our mind don't work properly. Convenience makes our minds weak. It's obvious how they live the rest of their lives. Without realizing they are hopelessly lazy, they just end up living a meaningless existence. I already lost count of how many times I heard this from him. Today's lecture is variant B. It goes from A to Z, by the way. I'm so sick of this. I just want to wrap up this conversation so I can leave as soon as possible. Anyway, I've accepted it already, so we should keep it. I'm the one who's gonna be using it, so why do you care? And who's the one gonna pay? And who's the one gonna be paying for the electricity? Who taught you to be so selfish? I'm starting to reach my limit. Come on, I want to leave. Then I'll pay for it. I can get a part-time job. A job? You're gonna get a job? You're gonna work when you should be studying? Yes. Do you even realize how important this phase in your life is, these years in high school could decide the rest of your future. With whose permission are you planning to work? Kids like you should be studying. Just keep your mouth shut and study. Well, I'll pay you back when I grow, so just leave me alone, damn it. I scream at the top of my lungs, which I will not do so at my stream. His eyes widen in shock. Nani? Why Lucy like falling asleep already? Hey Lucy, wake up. That was to be expected. I've never raised my voice in front of my parents before. You can't do this, you can't do that. Then just what the heck do you expect me to do? I'm so furious I can almost feel steam rising from my head. At the same time, my father's eyes quickly narrow and begin to burn with rage. Serapu. Time slows down and I'm left struggling to process what had just happened. I stand in place holding my sore cheeks as I stare at my father in shock. Not knowing what to do, Lucy is fidgeting non-stop. Just where do you learn to be so stubborn? I've never raised you this way. You never raised me at all. Shocked and humiliated, I can no longer calm my fury soul. I turn around and storm off towards my room. I pull Lucy along with me.
Master?
Hesitating, Lucy eventually makes a shocked bow to my father and trails along. Behind me, I hear my father yelling, but I shut it all out as my blind rage is nearly overpowering. Entering my room, I lock the door behind me. I hear my father yelling as he continues banging on my door for a while. I'm not sure how many minutes have gone by. It feels like an eternity. Even if I block my ears, I can still sense the floor shaking. I curl my body and wait for the moment to pass. Oh yeah, I can't ask Lucy to slap him, can I? It's against the 3 laws of robotics. The clock slowly ticks away. After a long while, I uncover my ears. The noises have stopped, but I finally begin to relax. As my head eventually clears up, I realize what I've done. I finally lost control. I yelled at my father for the first time in my life. It's been a while since the last time I was hit by my father. It was like the rupturing of a dam after so much pressure and strain. Thinking back, it's strange that we've never had any direct confrontations like this one. Our relationship was like an unstable bomb, but I always managed to prevent it from going off. But today was different. Well, it was bound to happen sooner or later. I try to slow down my breathing. Lucy calls out to me cautiously. What is it, Nani? I wonder what she means by daijobu. Nothing is daijobu. But I know what she meant, so I give a small nod anyway. With a wet handkerchief from who knows where, Lucy wipes down my sweaty forehead. The fruity smell of her perfume is surprisingly calming. What is it? It's not your place to lecture me, stupid robot. My face quickly becomes contorted with anger. What the heck? Are you also telling me that I'm a bad person? Lucy shakes her head.
家族ではないですか。きっと心の中では傷ついていると思いますよ。
Oh, you don't think that I'm bad, huh? When you're the one telling me that it's my fault entirely? I was the one hurt, and he was the one who hurt me. My head is aching, so just drop it and leave me alone. What is this face? Lucy, who had been squirming about, goes completely still. Both her eyes suddenly lose their colors. After a while, she springs back to life.
しかしマスター、メモリーチップに記録された通常の家庭問題を検索してみた結果、家庭不和を招くと思われる会話類型の中にマスターとお父様の間に起こったパターンと似た家庭が多数検出されました。
What are you talking about?
論理的に考えるとマスターの行動は二次問題を招く可能性があります。この問題を解決するためにはまずはマスターが過ちを認めお父様に謝罪を。
Shut up. I knew it. If I'm the MC, I will ask you to shut up. So yep, this sentence came out. Shut up. Your explanation doesn't make sense and you're calling it logical. You wouldn't understand a thing anyway.
はい、ルーシーが見たのは何かと言いますと。
What can you possibly tell from watching us for just 5 minutes? What did you exactly find out about us? How can you say something so ignorant without knowing anything about the past 18 years we spent together? The android tilts his head, looking confused. Answer this. How many minutes are there in a day?
1440分です。
How many in a year?
52万5600分です。
Then what about 18 years?
946万800分です。
As expected from a robot, her calculations are quick and accurate. That's right. そうだよね. Out of the blah 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 minutes I've spent with my father, you only seen 5. That's less than 0.0001%, an insignificant amount. It's my fault that you have had to witness something like this, but the man is always finding the smallest excuses to teach me things that only he himself believes. Think of it as throwing out an entire pan of pizza because a single burnt piece of a pepperoni. Where's the logic in that? Lucy's eyes lose their focus. Yeah, okay. So I understand that when she do that, she's Googling or she's accessing her database. It's just like before. Could she be looking up something inside her memory chip again? Yeah, exactly. She's looking into her database. Or maybe she's doing a search online. Exactly, that's why I said Googling. She returns after a moment.
申し訳ございません、マスター。先ほどおっしゃった意図をルーシーは完璧に理解できませんでした。
Stupid. I figure as much. Cause and effect. The universe operates on this principle. If a father neglects his son, then of course the son will neglect his father in return. Who's at a bigger fault here?
でもマスター、
うるさい。何？
おっしゃったピザは一切れのペパロニを交換すれば完璧なピザになると思います。
How much longer can I argue with this smiling, carefree robot? I let down my head while haggling my throbbing head. Then I let out one of my trademark phrases. This is why I hate robots. They are all so stupid. Lucy appears to be brooding over something, but after a while she finally speaks up again.
マスター、問題解決のためにはやはりどちらかが謝るべきだと思います。
Then why should I be the one apologizing? I'm not a bad guy here. Yeah, she talks a lot.
マスターが悪くなくても先に謝ればいいと思います。
Not gonna happen. But if she doesn't, you're not gonna play. Maybe, yeah. But not arguing. Well, arguing is so tiring. I can feel the MC's frustration. Argue with a robot that don't understand human relationships. Shouldn't the old guy be more mature and understanding? I'm a high school student. I do stuff from impulse. Do you get what I mean by that?
それならわかります。オートバイに乗り失踪しながら窓ガラスを割っていく、そんな時期のことですよね。
Kind of exaggerated, but as long as she gets my point, yeah. I'm one of those kids these days that adults are always going about. It's natural that we have trouble in controlling my emotions, so don't expect much from me. To be honest, I do think that I'm way more mature than other kids at my age. This is all irrelevant though. I'm sure anyone would take their family matters very seriously.
でも、お父様も謝るのは簡単ではないはずです。
How do you know?
そのような性格だからです。
You learn so much from meeting him just for just a few minutes. You're really impressive, I tell you.
時間の長さは関係ありません。ルーシーの中には膨大な類似情報が蓄積されているのです。ルーシーが持っているいくつかのソースによると。
Sources? What kind of sources? Wikipedia, Reddit, 4chan? Ignoring my outburst, Lucy continues.
記録されているお父様の行動パターン。お父様は義務感があり、その反面とても真面目で頑固な性格の典型的な亭主関白でいらっしゃいます。
The Japanese alpha male.
すべての感情を抑えることが家庭にとっての美徳だと思っておられます。
Okay, and?
普段の習慣はすぐには直せません。先にマスターが声をかけるべきだと思います。
By the way,
はい。
if you want me to make up with my father, that means I have to throw you out. He's not the type of person to make any compromises. Have you even realized this? I guess not.
どうしましょう。追い出されたらとっても困ります。
Don't ask me. Why don't you think before you talk next time? Shake my head. The reason behind this mess of a conversation is the fact that I'm talking to a robot. Sometimes I forgot that she's a robot in the first place, and sometimes it's reverse where I end up deliberately pointing out her flaws as a robot, and then everything in my head gets mixed up. This robot really knows how to stress people out. Why am I so tired today? It's not even 12 yet. May 11. Doctor. When is May 11? Lucy. Lucy Valentine. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Lucy Valentine? Yes, Lucy Valentine. That is your name. Do you recognize who I am? Lucy slowly shakes her head. Is that so? I continue. I'm Dr. Ryu, and this is K Robotics Research Lab. Yes, Dr. Ryu. I'm your creator. Yes. Ichinose Hakase. Yes, Ryu. That is my name. It's funny to be saying all of this now, but yes, Ryu, that is my name. It's a bit of like introduction, but be sure to cherish it and remember it. October 14, new. That was October 11, right? Wait. Ah, cannot see that one. My body is shaken from side to side. What is star? Something is shaking my body. What do you want? Still feeling drowsy, I tried my hardest to overcome the weight of my drooping eyelids. I finally managed to force open my eyes. Hey. And right before my was a pair of blue eyes the size of frying pans. I stare at Lucy in bewilderment as I find myself falling off my bed. Oh, they should make this into anime. Really? Before I make any attempt to talk back to her, I decide to check the time. It was earlier than usual. I let out a big yawn. It's so early in the morning. Before I could ask why I was woken up so ahead of schedule, I start to sniff. I could smell something delicious. My room was filled with the mouth-watering scent. I tell myself that the neighbors might be cooking up something good. Then Lucy finally opens her mouth. Those words was most unexpected. Did you just say breakfast? Breakfast. The word had a nostalgic ring to it. When was the last time I eaten something other than fast food for breakfast? Yes, I got daikirai. No. Yes, I got daikirai. No. Nothing like that. I wanted to say carrots and cucumbers, but I decide against it. Carrot is ninjin. Yeah. Cucumbers is I don't know what is cucumber. I don't want to be seen as an immature kid complaining about his food. It just doesn't fit my cool intellectual image. Still haven't fully woken up yet I confirm my understanding with Lucy once more. So, you're telling me you make breakfast?
はい、ルーシーが実力を発揮しました。
I hope it's not 地狱美食。
これから10分後にできますので、これを飲んで少しお待ちくださいね。
おー、飲み物がある? A cup of water is presented to me. Che. I was just starting to get a little thirsty too. As I grab hold of the cup, its pleasant coolness spreads along my skin. I feel embarrassed about following Lucy's order, so I decide to make a small complaint as I put the cup to my lips. Next time, you should wake me up when the food's actually ready.
ダメです。起きてすぐに食事すると胃と腸に負担がかかります。
そうですよね。
一杯の水で腸の活動をさせた後に食事を取らないといけません。
Now I know. Okay, next time I will drink a cup of water first before I start eating my breakfast. How annoying. めんどくせえな。What a strict one this robot is. Okay, time for me to get my drink. Be right back. What is that silent woo thing? Let me take a look. What is this? What is that? I enjoy the feeling of cold water pouring down my throat and quenching my thirst. It feels like my insides are being cleansed thoroughly. Suddenly I realize how absurd this whole situation is. The fact that someone is preparing breakfast for me. Could I still be dreaming? I feel like I'm on cloud 9. Lucy cheerfully skips toward the kitchen. I only continue to stare at her blankly. Got skip action ma. What do you mean? I didn't watch the clip. Let me take a look. Ooh. Okay. She skipped to the kitchen, right? Oh, don't have. Only now I feel more awake. It's a pain how my body is really slow to start itself up. I begin to feel hungry. The smell of Lucy's cooking motivates me to drag myself out of it. I head straight to the kitchen table. Let me see how pretty is the food. How delicious is the food. I'm stunned by the veritable feast laid out before me. A cloud of white steam is rising from the bowl of rice. Seriously, rice for breakfast? The soup is boiling with intensity. The sound is making its music to my ears. And there's a perfectly prepared fish along with the variety of side dishes. It's shameful to compare these to a lunchbox from a convenience store. Yeah, most probably Japanese. Sakana bento. Appearing to have sensed my delight, Lucy smiles pleasantly. Her voice is full of tease. Look at her pervert face. Her and her ham again. I feel a sense of defeat. No, I just find it very interesting, very funny. I begin to feel frustrated for no particular reason. I want to say something in reply but decide to hold back. I take a seat in silence and leave my spoon.
美味しいですか？
Oishikunai. I haven't even taken a bite yet. What's the rush? Just hold on a second.
さあさあ、冷める前に召し上がってくださいね。
Oishikunai desu. That means it's not delicious. It's not nice. Lucy takes a seat at the opposite end of the table, while striking a sly pose with a hand to her chin. Is it like that? Sly pose. A hand to her chin. She urges me to eat. It was as if the food was suddenly going to disappear if I didn't start soon. She's gazing at me intensely. She's trying not to make it obvious, but I can tell she's very eager to see my reaction. Whatever I say next will decide what her face will show. I take a spoonful of a glossy white rice and put it in my mouth. It's good. Perfect flavor and texture. While I'm at it, just try some side dishes too. Marvelous. Subarashi. She really wasn't lying about her cooking skills. Let's be fair though. She probably knows only the best recipes from around the world, and since she's a robot, there wouldn't be any inconsistencies in her cooking. If they have programmed her to top level chef, then this was to be expected. There's nothing to be surprised about. My robot is just a robot. She wouldn't be able to top something like Mama used to make, as they say. Although personally, I never have the opportunity to taste my mother's cooking, so I can't compare. Looking back at Lucy, who was still staring at me with great anticipation, I think about what I should say. I can feel an aura of confidence around her, yet she appears to be worried at the same time. She's expecting me to say something. I finally made my reply. Can I choose? Yes, I can choose. Sorry, I'm a good master. It tastes alright, I guess. Well, it tastes alright, I guess.
よかったです。
Even with my meek response, she still lets out a big sign of relief.
お口に合うか心配だったんです。
本当に?
好みに関する情報が足りなくて。
Oh? You don't need to concern yourself with that. I've been eating fast foods all my life. I'll eat anything. Even if you make me some porridge from pig intestines.
ルーシーの料理は動物の餌と同じということですか？料理すらちゃんとできないルーシーをどうかお許しください。本当にルーシーはアンドロイド失格ですね。
She actually looks pretty depressed about this. She looks as if she's about to run off while leaving behind a trail of tears. Am I supposed to chase after her while holding a piece of bread in my mouth or something? You have the enjoying too much look, very flattered. No, this is my tired face. Yeah. My eyes are closing. Today had a long day. Yeah, no, that's not what I meant. I'm saying that it tastes better than what I expected. You see my eyes like half closed, half closed. It's not like oh, it's like oh. So you don't need to beat yourself up over it.
本当ですか？
Hey, honto. Yeah.
本当に信じてもいいのでしょうか？
Melee this. Melee is order. Yeah, I will answer. It doesn't take long for Lucy to cheer and start humming away happily. It's nice that she's easy to deal with. I continue to eat in silence while checking out on her after every few spoonfuls. I can't tell how much time has passed. The bowl of rice I've been eating from has started to show its bottom. I steal a glance at the clock. It's not yet time to leave for school. While reveling in my satisfaction, I decide to sit back in my chair to chill out for a bit. Some time passes. While cleaning up the empty dishes, Lucy asked me a question. Her tone was quite delicate, as if to smooth a small animal.
失礼ですがマスター
Must be something about yesterday.
昨日から気になっていたことが一つあるんです
Nani?
あの
She seemed to be hesitating, so I gave her a little push. Go ahead, dozo.
ロボットが嫌いなのはもしかしてお父様の影響ですか
Atarimaida, of course. Who else can influence a person other than their own father? The question catches me off guard. All the unpleasant memories involving my father come flying back. I slowly realized that my chopsticks were frozen in midair. Without missing a bit, I continued delivering the food to my mouth. In an attempt to hide my surprise, I purposely give a curt answer. Well, I guess you can say that. Nothing will change from denying it. I put down the chopsticks and locked eyes with Lucy. This robot just laid to waste the values and beliefs I held for the past 18 years. Keeping my eyes on the robot, I mused. Now that I think about it, I was probably brainwashed. Exactly. Yeah, I think Curti is KO already. I think he KO. Cause he liked Lucy so much and yet he is gone. Most likely he KO. Lost 6,005, earned back 10,000. Not bad.
洗脳と言いますと
I've heard nothing but awful things about robots since I was little. Robots are bad, robots make us ill, robots harm society. I grew up listening to that all the time, so it sort of just rubbed off on me. The previous generation of IT, now the new generations of robots. As long as you live sandwiched between the two generations, there are bound to be people advocating against new technology such as robots. There are plenty of people out there who are strongly opposed to the production of robots. My father is the prime example. Hey. Similar to what happened during the Industrial Revolution, the effects of this profound new technology is gradually expanding across the globe. Robots are slowly taking away people's job opportunities. It costs less to maintain robots than to pay employees' salaries. Robots never complain and they are consistent in their performance, unlike people. They don't feel any stress or pain and they will never mess around. It's much easier to deal with a robot than to fuss over a troublesome worker. We're only beginning to find out what kind of changes robots will bring to our society. Unemployment is getting out of control. All the newly formed jobs are being handled by robots. That is why many people shun robots. No one understands whether this is a temporary phenomenon arising from the drastic changes in our lifestyle or is a type of psychological disease. It will only become clearer as time goes goes on. One thing I can say for sure is that there's always been a divide amongst the population, as made evident by the Luddism movement in the early 1800s. Some are more willing to accept this new technology while some are not. To me, a war run by robots doesn't seem too promising. It was too late by the time I finally grown old enough to be able to think for myself. It's not as simple as just changing my perspective, because maybe I still would have turned out like this even without my father's influence. My hatred for robots has simply become part of my life now. The most horrifying part of brainwashing is that you can never fight against it. It's technically impossible to bend someone completely to your will. You can't do anything about people acting loyal on the outside but despising you on the inside. Brainwashing is different, however, because the person wouldn't have the knowledge to think for himself in the first place. And it's possible to take advantage of that bit by bit. As long as the victim never comes to realize this, he will never be able to retaliate. There also needs to be a compelling reason for him to change. Even with a good reason, it's likely he won't be willing to accept it. Because if he did, he will be going against all the belief he's held for his entire life. It will crumble the foundation of his very existence. The older a person becomes, the harder it gets for him to admit that he has been in the wrong. Who knows? Sana. Maybe I've never come to hate robots. Maybe it's too late for me to start thinking about it now, though.
ルーシーはですね、マスターとお父様のお二人がロボットを好きになってくれると嬉しいです。
どうやって How?
ルーシーを好きになってくれると嬉しいです。これからはここで仲良く暮らしたいので。
Upon hearing that, I unknowingly let out a bitter laugh. You saw what my father did when he found out you're a robot. You're asking for the impossible. It's been a relief in itself if nothing happens to you behind my back.
捨てられるかもしれません。でも、それでもロボットを好きになってもらいたいです。
Okay, I'll end this stream soon. I'm gonna KO soon. I sigh softly. She's failing to think logically as a computer. Even after hearing that my father wants to throw you out, how could you still hope for something like that? If person A hates person B, it's likely that person B will come to hate person A. At least that's how it is in the normal human relationships. So how come Lucy can't grasp this? Because she's very patient and forgiving? No way! It's just because she's a robot that knows how to suppress its emotion. It's because she isn't human.
お父様もきっとマスターのように心の優しい方です。ルーシーにはわかります。だからこれからマスターと仲良く暮らしてほしいと思っています。あ、もちろんルーシーとも。
You're already mistaken by calling me kind-hearted.
お父様だけではありません。
She just ignored me. That little...
マスターもアンティークショップの店長も研究所の方も皆さんいい方たちです。マスターをはじめとする世の中すべての人を力の限りサポートする。それがルーシーの使命であり願いです。
It definitely sounds something like a robot would say. It doesn't seem that she's capable of sorting the good from the bad. I can't help but give a cynical reply. In the end, we're the same. You've also been brainwashed, but in a different way. Lucy slightly tilts her head to the side. She seems to do that whenever she's confused about something.
マスター、どういう意味ですか？
You will love humans. That's essentially what's been programmed into your main system. You have no free will. That's an illusion. You have no choice but to act this way. She tilts her head from side to side. She doesn't seem to understand. You want to help everyone, right?
はい、もちろんです。
And you're happy when you help people.
はい、とっても嬉しいです。
Why do you think you want to help others? That and that you feel happy once you do.
そうですね。どんな理由でしょうか。
It's because the program those researchers put inside you is forcing you to feel this way.
そうでしょうか。
Yeah. Your will and your personality are yours. But at the same time, they aren't. They're from the people that made you. They program you this way. And you're simply following orders. You're nothing but a puppet on stage whose strings are being pulled. What? That is a very hurting sentence. That's a very hurting sentence. Wow, the MC is a bitch. It may look like it's moving by itself at first glance, but it's actually being held up by wires. And there are people behind the stage controlling these wires. That's who you are. You're only moving according to how they want you to move. The pupils in Lucy's eyes diminish. She appears to be deep in thought.
マスターが何をおっしゃっているかよくわかりません。
I'm saying that your actions have no actual meaning. You're just a toy made to do certain tasks at a certain time. Nothing about you is real. There's no significance. Do you understand? The mind is emotion and its intuition on the inside. The body is movement and its reactions on the outside. If they're just part of a computer or algorithm created by someone, they aren't genuine. Any gestures, any sentiments, there's no meaning behind them. I stress that idea over and over again. Something like that doesn't have any meaning.
そんなことありません、マスター。
But she rebunked it, Mushi. She startled me with a sudden rebuttal. I wasn't expecting that from her. What are you talking about?
意味がないなんてありません。きっと意味はあります。
You're saying that there's a meaning? You still don't get it? You're made to be friendly with humans through a program. It's not by your own choice. Your actions are feeling they're all artificial. That's why they're meaningless.
関係ありません。誰の意図であろうと。
What?
誰の意向であれ、ルーシーが手伝えば誰かは喜びます。誰かが喜べばルーシーはもっと嬉しくなります。誰かのお役に立てましたから。ルーシーは人を助けることでやりがいを感じ、人は必要としていた助けを得ることができます。ルーシーはそれだけで満足です。それがもし誰かによって意図された状況に過ぎないとしても、行動もルーシーの意思でない他意によるものだとしても、ルーシーにとってそれは全く重要な問題ではありません。ルーシーがその時感じた感情、助けた行為、助けたという事実、助けを得た誰かの気持ち、この過程をマスターは偽りというかもしれません。意図的に作られましたから。でもルーシーにとってはこれは本物であり、そして決して意味のないものではありません。
Nonsense.
私の名前はルーシー・バレンタインです。
Lucy states her name, as if she's announcing herself before a crowd. She also did not refer herself in third person.
ルーシーという名前は光という意味のラテン語から来ています。
Oh, Hikari? Honto?
人々の希望に光をさせるようにと願いを込めてつけたそうです。人の役に立つこと、人の役に立った後の達成感を感じること、これがルーシーの人生の目的であり願いです。ルーシーが感じる胸が温かくなるこの気分、これが何かによって作られたとしても、この感情は偽りにはなりません。 それはきっと意図とは関係のない真実だと信じています。
I tried to say something back, but the words never came out. It felt as if there was something stuck in my throat. It wasn't exactly because I agreed with her, and it wasn't because I was touched by her words either. I actually thought she was very stubborn as a mole. It was rather because of how Lucy appeared so mature and real. The way she confidently stated her opinion. Nothing about her was as remotely close to my idea of a robot. That was why I could only sit in silence. Okay, end of the stream. Oh, tired. Yep. Save. Awesome. October 14th. Okay, let's see if any other streamers are online at the moment. Singapore streamers. Wow Arms, what's that? Apex, League of Legends, Command and Conquer, Dota 2, Maurice Kaitos, Chi, Dead by Daylight, Overwatch, Payday 2. Payday 2 is nice. Oh my god, the zoom again. When my head is sideways, the zoom like to zoom in very much, huh? Okay, let's rate Kwang. He's playing Payday 2. I used to play Payday 2 quite long ago, and I must say that I like the game a lot. Until a certain stage where it's stagnant, but it's nice. It is nice. Okay, let's go watch how he play. Let's go. Good night.